Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Good morning, yeah. Good to see you all again today. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back over some of the questions that we talked about in the past, okay? So, remember the last lesson we were talking about water, problems with water. We're going to go back over that. Think about them again. Yeah. Everyone have their books?
Mhm.
Yep. So, go ahead and get those out. We're going to be talking about these three questions. Number one, page 49, in case you forgot. So number one, does the drinking water where you live taste good? Number two, do you prefer drinking tap water, filtered water, or bottled water? Number three, is bottled water bad for our environment? Let's go ahead and talk about that for a minute with your partners.
Tastes great. Tastes good. I like tap water. I like filtered water, but I filter it through tap water. Filter it up.
Yeah.
Okay, class. What kind of answers did you get? Amelia, what do you think about number one?
I think that the water does taste good in Bellingham, where I live.
Oh, tastes good?
Mhm.
That's nice, yeah. I agree with you. I think it tastes good as well. Yeah. And Bree, number two?
I like tap water.
Tap water?
Mm-hmm.
I use tap water too, but my roommates always tell me to filter it.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't feel like it. Yeah. So this is going to be the same topic of the lesson today. We're going to go back over it again. Problems with water. Okay. All right. Yeah. Water in our lives. Yeah. That's the lesson today. So yeah, talking about this kind of thing. Tap water, bottled water, filtered water. Did you guys get to talk about this one? Is bottled water bad for our environment?
Mm-hmm.
No? What do you guys think? Do you think bottled water, like getting thrown into the woods, is good? No? How about when you recycle it? It's supposed to be good, right? You know, takes it out of the ecosystem. What about if it goes into the ocean?
Bad.
Is that bad? That is bad. I agree with you guys. Yeah. That's a lot of the time that can happen with bottled water. Sometimes they just get tossed out or they get forgotten. So now we're going to be talking about, back to your books, water in Cambodia. Yeah. So we're going to be listening to an interview very soon about two people who were recently in Cambodia and experienced a lot of the issues and problems they have with water in their own country. First things first, why don't we go over some of these words, okay? So let's start with capital city, all right? The city where the government of a country, state, etc. is officially located. So do you guys know what the capital of Washington is? Amelia?
Olympia.
Olympia, that's right, yeah. So our states have capitals, but countries are usually the only things that have capitals. So in Cambodia, here's us up here. In Cambodia, all the way over here in Asia, the capital is Phnom Penh, right in the middle. So that's right here. Really big over there, but pretty small in the world now. So that's the area where we're going to be talking about and where our people from the interview just recently visited. Okay. So come back to here. Let's look at another word. Waterborne. Waterborne. So have you guys heard that word before? No? So in a sentence, thousands of children die from waterborne illnesses. So what that means is it's in the water. An illness is carried by or grown in water. So that means like really, really small bugs that are in the water. And when you drink it, sometimes they're really bad for you and they can make you sick. Okay. So then surface water, what that means is just like a puddle maybe, or a lake or a river, the surface, so what's on top, not the water below or inside, but on top. So people drink mostly surface water. What that means is water found above the ground, such as in lakes, ponds, or rivers. So just any kind of collection of water. All right, next we have feces. Yeah, have you guys heard that before? So what that means is solid waste from the bodies of animals or humans. And solid waste is what we call poop, just in case you didn't realize. Solid waste. So a lot of the times these things combine. So in surface water, there can be feces, and people get illness from that, waterborne illness when they drink it. Yeah. Okay. So in your books, go ahead and go down page a little bit. Look at letter A. Can you guys read that? Yeah, okay. So work with a partner and read some of the problems that Laura and David discuss. And then just read through there and then think about it for a second, and then we're going to go through it together as a class.
People can use this. I feel like that. It's like whole country.
Yeah, I think there's one country.
All right, did you guys get through that?
Yeah.
Here's a worksheet for you guys. So while you're going through, go ahead and fill in the blanks there for the answers you hear. So what's going to happen is we're going to be listening to an interview between Laura and David and someone who's interviewing them, so an interviewer.
Okay.
So we're just going to listen to it one time first. So just go ahead and glance at that, but don't worry about filling in the blanks there, okay? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's not ready. Here we go.
Interview 2. Water in Cambodia. Listening for details. Page 49. Laura and David, you lived in Cambodia?
Yeah, we lived in Cambodia for almost 4.5 years. Part of the time, we were living in Phnom Penh, the capital. It's a very large, growing city. The other part of the time, we lived in the countryside.
I want to talk about the water supply. When you were in Cambodia, did you have any problems getting clean water?
Well, when we were in Phnom Penh, people would have to buy water from trucks.
So in the capital city, people didn't have running water in their homes?
That's right. When we lived there, many people in the city collected and drank rainwater, or they bought water and boiled it at home.
But I think Phnom Penh is better now. The government is trying to provide running water for all the people who live in the city.
Now, you said you also lived in the country. Was access to water better there?
No.
Cambodia has some of the worst problems in the world with water. Thousands of children die from waterborne illnesses every year.
So they get sick from drinking the water, and they can die from drinking it?
People drink mostly surface water, which means whatever water they can find. In the countryside, people didn't have enough money to buy wood to boil the water, so they would just drink surface water to get sick.
And people get sick because the surface water contains
Feces.
Feces of cows, birds, and other animals. It all goes into the ponds where people wash their cows, and then they drink the water.
people don't know that if they drink the water, they'll get sick.
Well, they know they should boil the water, and sometimes if they had extra wood, they would. But they also need the wood to cook their food. So if they can't buy enough wood, they choose to not boil the water.
So what about you? What did you drink?
We tried to bring bottled water with us all the time. If we were out and had to drink their water, we would ask them to boil it first. But it was still not very nice. Very thick, sort of a tea color, because it's just what you would take out of a river or a pond.
Okay.
Interview 2.
So, what does that sound like? Does a lot of that make sense? Or you remember the vocabulary we talked about earlier? You hear those in there? So, waterborne illness, surface water, feces, apple Okay, so this next time we're going to listen to it, go ahead and fill in the answers, and then after that, we're going to compare with partners, okay? And, okay, we watched the second time. What do you guys think? Amelia?
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and partner up with Bree and compare your answers, see if you got the same thing. If not, talk about it, and we'll discuss as a class.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, is everybody done?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bree, why don't you share with the class what you got from one?
4 years. We lived in Cambodia.
Okay, nice job. Amelia, did you get the same answer?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. And who wants to share number 2? Amelia?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
When you were in Cambodia, did you have any problems getting clean water?
Yeah, nice job.
Getting.
All right. And 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your answers. Yes. All right. Now let's go ahead and move on. So why don't we go ahead and think about the questions we talked about at the beginning. Okay, so you remember part A? We went over that very briefly. In the book, we're talking about maybe where the problems are experienced. Now that we've heard the audio file, why don't you read through the questions again and discuss with the partner, see if you have the same ideas. So, for example, number 1, people drink mostly surface water. I think that maybe applies to the capital city and the countryside because they don't have access anywhere, really, like to a lot of fresh water. So I would write whole country in 1. All right. So go ahead and talk about what you think you would write in the partner.
People don't have to write a word to. Yeah, maybe the whole country because that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
The water's resilient in the country.
People have to buy water from trucks. Pretty sure it's a capital city.
About the China.
It's old. Water's big. So that's capital. Well, that's like,
So Jesus water's
Okay, good job, class. Yeah. Yeah, these questions can be kind of hard because it's not always completely clear. They talk about where one problem is experienced, but they don't say if it's not experienced in the other part. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, now that we've discussed, let's just go ahead and share our answers now, okay? We don't have to wait for that. So, what do you guys think for number 1?
whole.
Whole country? Okay. Good job. A different pair, please. You guys in the back. Number 2. People don't have enough money to buy wood to boil the water. What do you think that is?
whole country.
Whole country. Okay, thank you for sharing. All right, 3, Amelia? You want to share 3?
Yeah, sure. I think
Where's that experience?
water has feces in it in the countryside.
The countryside. Yeah. And, you know, it's another one of those, like, gray areas. It might be in the city, but they're the same. So, good choice. And, yeah, 4. All right, thank you for your answer. 5, 3. What do you think?
Whole country.
Whole country, yeah. Thousands of children die. It's a very, very serious issue in Cambodia. And 6, yes, thank you. I think we're going to go with countryside. All right, let's go ahead and move on now. We've already decided that a lot of different places in the country can have the both problems occurring. So, like, whether or not it's in the city or the countryside, a lot of different problems occur. And now, what we're going to do is watch a fun YouTube video of a conversation between two friends. See if you could have told that. First off, I'm going to go ahead and hand you these. Go ahead and look at this sheet. This is going to be the structure, or the way we say words of the conversation. So one turn, second turn, one person answers a question, one person asks a question. You guys remember when we talked about that last class? Conversation structure. I'm going to briefly go over it again. So what do you guys remember? 5 types of floor conversation, right? So what's the first one? Holding the
Hold.
floor. Hold. Nice job.
Yield.
Yield. Nice, Amelia. Yield and hold.
Offer.
Offer the floor. Free. Good job. We have supporting the speaker who holds the floor. That's number 4. We have 5th one. Can you take this? We have hold, yield, offer, support, and take. Taking the floor. That's something that you want to do when you really want to speak. So there's different ways to do that. And you're going to notice that in this conversation. So here we go. Yes, so notice it's a casual conversation, so we're not going to hear the formal language that we talked about earlier.
Oh, hey Sabrina, you're in Cambodia? How's it going?
Oh, hi, Connor. Yeah, I just got here. It's pretty hot over here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know, right? That's what I got. These bottle ice water. It's so thirsty.
Oh yeah, it's important to stay hydrated. It's just so convenient.
I know, right? So what's doing?
Oh, right now I'm actually just going to the store.
Okay.
Oh, you going somewhere?
Yeah, I'm actually heading to the gym. So see you later.
Okay. Oh, Sabrina.
I had some food.
Wait a second. Me full.
Oh, come on, come on. Don't even go to me. I'm so tired. Go to the gym. I don't want time.
Well, don't you think you should at least finish it? That's not far.
No, that's not even that big of a deal, is it?
I think it actually is.
Well, okay, would you tell me why?
I don't think you should throw away a bottle of water. It's so very valuable here, especially in a country that doesn't have a lot of access to fresh water.
Okay, I get it, but what does that have a bottle of water on to do with money?
Maybe you should just instead be thinking about the people who don't have access to fresh water. People who have to be drinking contaminated, dirty water.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Connor. And we all need to be more appreciative for whatever resources.
Well, Sabrina, I hope in the future you'll think twice on
Yeah, I think I will keep this one.
All right. So we're going to watch it again, but first, let's look at that sheet again. So you guys remember what we do here? We take it and we put these in order. So which one comes first, second, third, maybe this one goes 4th, 5th. And after that, we're going to share your answers with the class. So we're going to watch it one more time and see if you can get all of the parts of the conversation in order.
Oh, hey Sabrina, you're in Cambodia? How's it going?
Oh, hi, Connor. Yeah, I just got here. It's pretty hot over here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know, right? That's what I got. These bottle of ice water. It's so thirsty.
Oh yeah, it's important to stay hydrated. It's just so convenient.
I know, right? So what's doing?
Oh, right now I'm actually just going to the store.
Okay.
Oh, you going somewhere?
Yeah, I'm actually heading to the gym. So see you later.
Okay. Oh, Sabrina.
I had some food.
Wait a second. Me full.
Come on, come on. Don't even go to me. I'm so tired. Go to the gym. I don't want time.
Well, don't you think you should at least finish it? That's not far.
No, that's not even that big of a deal, is it?
I think it actually is.
Well, okay, would you tell me why?
I don't think you should throw away a bottle of water. It's so very valuable here, especially in a country that doesn't have a lot of access to fresh water.
Okay, I get it, but what's that have a bundle of water onto the white water?
Maybe you should just,
Oh, are you guys done already? That was quick. Okay. Let's go ahead and compare your answers with the partners. So same partners, Bree, Amelia, you guys in the back, and over there on the side, you're together again. Yeah, compare your answers for a minute, and we'll share with the class. Okay, great job. Who thinks they can tell me the whole order of the conversation? Extra points if you can do it. First try. Amelia, feeling brave?
I want those points.
Okay. Let's see it.
1. Conversation opens through mutual greetings.
Yes,
2. Connor takes a first turn answering a question.
that is correct.
3. Sabrina closes the conversation. I messed up. I don't get
A
points.
little bit. That's okay. You
Darn.
can still get points. Bree, you want to help her out? What do you think might come next? What are we looking at here?
4. Connor, 3. Connor opens a conversation.
What might come next? Let's
Maybe
see.
Sabrina takes a first turn to support her question.
I think that might be it.
Okay.
You think you can get the rest of them?
Yeah,
Okay, let's see
I
it.
think Bree might know.
Yeah.
Oh, Bree, you want to try?
Connor takes a second turn to use supportive language and reassure Sabrina. And Sabrina takes a
Yep.
second turn to ask the question.
Yep.
Then Sabrina closes the conversation.
Uh-huh.
Connor opens the conversation again.
Yep.
And Connor closes the conversation.
That sounds about right to me. All right. So now that the video is over, we're going to watch it again. Yeah, 'cause I know how much you guys like to watch YouTube videos. This time, it's not on YouTube though. It's going to be on this wonderful little website called Edpuzzle. Remember when we worked with this last time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it's the same video, so the same structure and order of the conversation, same support, same holding the floor, taking the floor, but there's going to be questions in the middle. Every one of these question marks, you're going to talk with the partner when it gets here and see if you can answer them, and then as a class, we're going to share our answers. Okay. All right, and here we go.
oh, hey Sabrina, you're in Cambodia? How's it going?
Oh, hi, Connor. Yeah, I just got here. It's really hot over here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know, right?
All right, so first question. How can we describe the setting of the conversation
Middle.
by analyzing the verbal and nonverbal communication? Go ahead and discuss with your partners for a second and see what you guys get. So the first one is a private meeting between two friends. The second is a coincidental public meeting between two friends. Remember what coincidental means?
Accident.
Accident, yeah. Good job. And the third one is a public meeting between two strangers. Go ahead and talk with your partners for a second. See what you get. All right. Bring it back together, everyone. Can I have everyone's attention? What do you think the answer is?
Accident.
Accident? We have one vote for accident. Everyone agree? 2 votes for accident. I think we're going to go with the accident. And it's correct. Great job, guys.
That's what I got.
Moving on.
These water has water. I'm just so thirsty.
Oh yeah, it's important to stay hydrated. Constant hormones are so convenient.
I know, right?
All right. Second question. What is the purpose of Sabrina saying, I know, right? 1, to reassure Connor of his answer. 2, to demonstrate her vast wealth of knowledge. Or 3, to disagree with Connor's answer. See, why don't we have everyone hold up a finger for what you think it is? 1, 2, or 3. We've got a couple ones. Is there a 2? We have a 2? Okay. Looks like the ones win, so we're going to go with to reassure Connor of his answer. And it's correct. I would have answered 2 as well. She seems like she's pretty smart, so that would have been a safe bet.
So what's doing?
Oh, right now I'm actually just going to the store.
Okay.
Oh, are you going to the store?
Yeah, I'm actually heading to the gym. So
Oh.
see you later.
Okay. Oh, Serena.
Put my hands up.
Wait a second. Meaningful.
All right. So, question 3: how does Connor restart the conversation after it closed? So, notice Sabrina was leaving. They were done talking, so she closed the conversation. But Connor thought that the conversation wasn't quite over because he had something else to say. So, what does he do? 1, does he call her name? 2, does he do nothing? Or 3, does he tell her to wait? Okay, fingers again, fingers. We have 2 ones. Anyone else? No one's gonna vote? Okay, looks like the ones have it. Oh, wow, you guys are doing great today. Nice job.
Don't even go. I'm so tired. I'm going to the gym.
Well, don't you think you should at least finish it? That's not far.
Okay, Bree, can you read the question there for me?
What is Connor trying to do here?
What do you think he's trying to do? 1, is he trying to offer the floor to Sabrina? 2, is he yielding the floor to Sabrina? 3, is he holding the floor to keep talking? 1, we have a couple ones. Are you guys sure? You wanted to see it again? Okay. Offering the floor to Sabrina. Wow, great job, guys.
That's not
You got this down.
I think it actually is.
Well, okay, would you tell me, right?
I don't think you should throw away the palm water because it's so very valuable here, especially in a country that doesn't have a lot of access to fresh water.
Okay, I get it, but what does it have a bottle of water going to do with white money?
All right. Amelia, would you mind reading this question for me?
How does Sabrina support Connor while he is speaking?
Nice, good pronunciation. All right, we got a couple more answers this time, so let's read through it carefully. She uses supporting language like okay. She repeats what he is saying. She quietly listens to him. Or she gestures for him to go on. Do we remember or do we want to see it again? 1 again? Okay, you guys are sure? Can't trick you
Maybe
guys.
you should
You guys
just,
got
instead
it.
of thinking about the people who don't have access to fresh water, people who have to be drinking candy, drinking water.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Connor. I think we all need to be more appreciative for water resources.
Well, Serena, I hope in the future you'll think twice about
Yeah, I think I'll keep this one.
All right, and I'll read this last one. What do Sabrina and Connor say that indicates that they are about to end the conversation? What can they say to indicate they are about to end the conversation? Not that the conversation has ended, but that they're about to. You guys remember? They agreed? What did they agree on?
He said, I guess we should do more.
Yeah, think about how valuable it is. Yeah, so Sabrina agreed with Connor. So the conversation was over. Okay. Does that look like what you said? Anything else? All right. I think that's a good answer. So that'll probably get 100. Okay. So now that we've gone over what conversation structure looks like and some of the features of the conversation, we're going to have you two and your partners, so you two back there and you two here, you two over there, work through this sheet, okay? Try to follow this structure. So one of you be the first person, one of you be the second person. Also, go ahead and flip to page 52 of your books. So on page 52, we have a few situations. And what you guys just saw was Connor and Sabrina acting out situation 1. So your friend is thirsty and buys a bottle of water. She drinks half of the water. She does not want to carry the bottle with her, so she throws the bottle and the remaining water in the trash. You guys just saw me and Sabrina act that out. We were actually in the situation. But what you guys want to do is just talk about the situation. So I don't think she should throw away the water bottle. Oh, I agree with you. Or maybe I think it's okay to throw it away. So why don't you guys go ahead and look at one of these situations. You can choose whichever one. And try to follow that structure on there. So introduce yourselves. One person asks a question. Like that. So go ahead and do that for a minute.
Hey, Sabrina. You too. Would you like to be a first person or the second person?
So the first situation, yeah, I can go first and read that. Your friend is thirsty and buys me water. She doesn't have water to want to carry it out, so she threw it in the trash. What do you think?
I agree that is a bad thing. I don't think that you should throw water away because there's people that need it. So you should not
I
throw it
think
out.
so too. Do you want to read the situation?
Yeah. A man who's traveling and carrying around a local family invites him into their home. The family offers him some water to drink. The man notices the water is brown color, although he is very thirsty, politely refuses the water. I would probably have done the same exact thing. What would you have done?
Yeah, I feel like this is a really hard one. It's very rude to reject something that you, but also it's hard because you're seeing
Okay, class. I heard some good discussions. Okay, I was listening to even you guys in the back. I heard you guys saying some good things. And I want you guys to maybe share 1 or 2 of your answers with the class. So how about, we called on you guys too much already. How about Amelia? Do you want to maybe say what you guys talked about? Which situation did you guys talk about?
We talked about situation 2.
Situation 2?
Yeah.
And what did you guys think? Did you agree?
This one was really hard. We agreed that we would probably have both refused the water because of our safety and sickness.
Yeah.
And we were scared that we would get waterborne illnesses.
Nice use of vocabulary. Good job, Amelia. Yeah. And Bree, I heard you talking too. You used supporting the speaker who holds the floor. I heard you. That was a good job. So I think that we all kind of understand conversation structure pretty well now. So why don't we have one as a class? Conversation. Yeah, how's that sound? Let's talk about ways water is wasted. Okay. For example, someone who throws away half-empty water bottles. That's a waste of water, right? And bad for the environment. Can you guys think of any ways that water is wasted? Let's brainstorm as a class.
flushing toilets.
Oh, flushing toilets. Yeah, that's a lot of water, isn't it? And it's fresh water too. Something that could be drinking. Oh, what do you think? Okay, Amelia, any ideas?
People that leave the water on when they brush their teeth.
Leaving the water on when you brush. That's a big one. You know, I do that sometimes, so I'm a little guilty. I try not to. I start brushing and I realize it's still going and I turn it off as fast as I can. Sometimes it just catches you off guard. Let's see. So how could we save water in those situations? Naturally turning off the faucet. What about in yours, Bree?
I don't know, because it's very disgusting to not flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Maybe we could buy a toilet that didn't use so much water, or
Like a low
dirty water.
power flushing. Yeah, I've heard of those. Those are supposed to be good. Nice job using the conversation structure, everybody. That was good. So now, what we're going to do is discuss with your partners one thing you learned about problems with water in Cambodia, and one way that water is wasted that maybe can be changed. And you can think of new things for the last one, if you can. Extra points if you can think of new. So go ahead and talk to your partners. One thing you learned about problems in Cambodia with water, and one way water is wasted that you think should be changed. And once you have your answers, come up to the class, front of the class, and you can leave. That's the end of the class.
Oh.
You have your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, come on up.
Showers.
Showers.
Taking too long showers.
And what can you do about it?
Shorter showers.
Shorter showers.
Yeah. Turn off the water when you're sick.
That's a good idea. And what's one thing you remember about water problems in Cambodia?
That
Yeah, waterborne illnesses. Lots of children die from those every year. Yeah. Okay, nice job, Maria. Here you go. Oh, our next taker, Amelia.
I learned that a lot of people don't have enough wood to boil both their food or cook their food and boil their water,
Yeah.
which is necessary, so they need more wood.
They have to choose between eating and drinking.
Yeah, figure
That's a
out
big deal.
which way they want to get sick,
Mhm.
basically, which is horrible.
So,
And what was the other question?
what's one way that water is wasted that you
Oh,
think can be changed or should be changed?
I think that people should collect rainwater if they want to water their gardens,
Oh,
rather than using hoses.
it's a great idea. Yeah. It can be stupid.
Yeah,
Nice job, Amelia.
thanks
Good job,
so
class.
much.
All right, everyone else, you're free to go. We're out of time, so I'll talk for now.
That one.